I went down the rabbit hole of living in China and how much better it is than what everybody thinks it is. And it does look cool. It looks way more advanced in America. It's cleaner. One thing I noticed that there's security cameras everywhere because it is a surveillance state. People are saying how much safer it is than America because no citizens has guns. But what if you end up pissing off the wrong person and that person comes at you with a knife or a sword, and all you have to defend yourself with is a sword? And chances are you're not going to be a Miyamoto Musashi. You're not going to be a Miyamoto Musashi uh, of swordsmen, and especially if that person has recruited other people to hate you and to off you and your family. Firearms for us is an equalizer in the right hands. Uh, Although a lot of wrong hands has their hands on guns over here. America's famous for mass shootings. Uh, you know, and innocent people getting gunned down all the time. Depending on what part of the country you go to, you might go down the wrong street unknowingly. If you're not from here, and get robbed and gunned down. And then other parts of the country is it's dangerous for the criminal. Like if you break in to somebody's house where I live, you're going to be welcomed with buckshot. It's just how it is. I personally love our Second Amendment in America. I also don't think that everybody should have a gun or need a gun. Uh, you know, because again, we have a lot of mass shootings over here and a mental health crisis. One thing I did notice about China is how advanced it is, and that their kids are learning how to build things at a very young age, how to do useful shit at a very young age. They're way past ABCs and colors and shapes. They're building things at 5 years old, like and they're dribbling with two hands, and it's just crazy. Their coordination, they're teaching them hand-eye coordination, and we get that taught here, but not like over there. They're actually really investing in the generations to come. They're playing a long game. Over here in America, we are fighting against amongst each other, red versus blue, kind of like a Halo battle, you know, um, Republican, Democrat, which I think most rational minded people has views on both sides, like I do. I have views on both sides. I have friends on both sides that I love dearly. I see that our real enemies to America is using the divide and conquer strategy. It's obvious. It's obvious, and they've been doing it for a really long time, and they're playing a long game. It's working. We're we are destroying each other from the inside. America's being destroyed from the inside. Um, I think the ideology that's getting pushed is you have to choose a side. Choose a side. Uh, Either right or left, and go as far extreme you can go on either side. And I don't think being all the way one thing is good. I just don't I just don't see how that's a good thing. But I do see that China looks to be the number one superpower in the world, although they are a communist country and they are being surveilled. What was weird too, one creator saying how great it was, and it does look cool, it looks beautiful, but he said, I would rather sacrifice privacy and security for longevity and safety. Uh, that was weird. That's weird. Like, I like my privacy. Don't you like your privacy? I like my privacy. But although at least China is open about surveilling their people, America's like, nah, we don't watch you. We don't watch you, but they do watch us. Like when our phones off. Like, do you ever watch the Snowden thing? That they can access your camera when it's off. Yeah, and but okay, and they if they're watching you through your camera at all times, like some of you dudes or some of you people in the bathroom, when you're doing the whole porn thing, the corn, whatever you want to say on TikTok, the faces that y'all make, I get to see those faces, your O face, not pretty sight. Anyways, that was just a tidbit, but I do like the Second Amendment over here. Hunting. Not everybody in America likes hunting. Okay, that's fine. Some people hunt to provide for their family because, especially with beef prices going up like they are, it is a great way for people who don't have a lot of money uh, to provide meat for their family. And then other people just enjoy getting out in nature and enjoy the conservation of hunting. Uh, and then there's some bloodthirsty assholes that will just shoot anything. Anyways, in China, you can't just go out and hunt. It is very restricted, and you still can't have a deer rifle or anything like that. So you'd have to go to an outfit that supplied rifles, and so you'd have to do it that way. But most of their hunting is is overpopulation of wild boars and like here, like they want you to kill the to help keep the numbers down is why you would be allowed to hunt in China. So I do like still the freedom of America, and I do see the pros and cons of both sides. But I just see that China is really investing in their people as far as intelligence goes, as far as making them smarter. In America, we have some intelligent people, some bright minds. I'm not one of them, but we have some intelligent, highly intelligent people. But we also have a lot of stupid people, a lot of stupid people that is incapable of critical thinking, and I think that China is teaching their people um, you know, they're probably not critical thinking. They probably don't want their people to think for themselves because they are, under a surveillance state. But they are working together and becoming a huge superpower, which they already are. I wish that America and China could, work together. I think that would be the best possible scenario. But you know how egos go. You know how egos go. Oh big dick, oh big dick swinging. That's what I see when I see all these pissing contests. Just hey, my aircraft carrier is 2 inches bigger than yours, and it's a little bit girthier too. You fucking pathetic piece of shit. Anyway, that's how I see it. All right, I've been on here for 8 minutes. Okay, bye bye.